Welcome to the American diet. The first thing you'll notice is the large scale of things, the large number of people that are involved in this diet and that are sustained by it. Second, we'd like to draw your attention to the vast amount of meat that makes up a significant portion of this diet. What was once a luxury is now commonplace, and Americans are now eating an average of 200 pounds of meat per person annually. With a population a little over 300 million people, this means about 60 billion pounds of meat are consumed every year. But there's a problem. Right now, livestock accounts for about 18% of greenhouse gas emissions and requires massive amounts of land. Grass-fed cattle requires an acre of land to produce just 75 pounds of meat in a year. Remember that one person will consume more than twice this amount.
We just estimated we probably go through about 700 pounds of meat a week.
To produce 60 billion pounds annually is a huge problem. Because the non-sustainable nature of livestock has become such an issue, it's been suggested that meat should be eliminated completely from our diet, and that this is the only way to achieve a sustainable diet. But is something so drastic really the solution?
The majority of people who come here get meat in their burritos. I would have to change my complete focus to turn around and be a vegetarian restaurant. By doing that, I would then probably have to serve other things besides burritos.
Steak, eat a big old steer, eat steak, do we have one here? Beef, it's a mighty good food, it's a great meal when I'm in the mood. Cowpokes will come from a near and far when you throw a few.
We're omnivores. Human beings are omnivores. If we weren't given canines to eat tofu and spinach all the time, we're able to hunt and kill meat.
I'd say Americans probably don't have a whole lot of idea about how meat is farmed.
Just think about how many people must be involved to make that possible. From the people that raise the livestock, to the people that grow the food for the cattle, to the people that process the livestock, to the people that ship the meat, to the butchers that cut it, to the restaurants and the chefs that prepare it and serve it just the way we like. Imagine how many of these people it takes to make the 60 billion pounds that we eat in a year. These are the people who have the most to lose. What will they say when we ask them to stop producing meat? When we ask them to quit doing what they do to make a living?
Well, I'd have to get innovative and try to find a new product to sell if people weren't eating it.
Forever? Yeah. No. Maybe reduce, but I don't think I could go without eating meat.
I think it's a choice if you choose not to eat red meat, but I don't think there's a need to get rid of it for everybody. Somebody thinks that.
I think they view it as a commodity, kind of detached from, like the true cost. They can get it cheaply, and they can always get it. It doesn't matter the impacts on the environment. It's just always there and always ready to go.
America's really based off of the fast production of meat, and I don't think I could foresee it happening, at least not in this country.
I don't think that you could just wholesale, eliminate meat from the diet. Certainly not in America in any time soon, and I don't know that it's necessarily desirable to do so.
So where does this leave us? On one hand, we've got the fact that the current state of livestock production may be destroying the environment, and on another, we've got all the people who depend on it for their livelihoods. The earth can't live with it, these people can't live without it. There's a simple parallel to be drawn, and it may very well lead us to the answer. The automobile industry contributes almost as much to greenhouse gas emissions as livestock, and the last thing we would be willing to do is get rid of our cars. Just as cars have become viewed as a necessity, meat has become a necessity in many people's lives. But the automobile industry has found its way around its sustainability problem by making adjustments to many of its products to make them as environmentally friendly as possible. We've made significant progress in this quest. The meat industry has the power to follow suit. We can encourage the development of environmentally friendly methods of livestock farming, subsidizing these operations instead of subsidizing those that cause harm to the environment. Couple this with a reasonable reduction of meat in our diets, and meat production may soon reflect a valuable understanding of sustainability. We won't have to get rid of meat, we won't have to get rid of the livelihoods it provides, and the environment won't have to suffer.